Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about something important, that is how to learn English. Learning English can be enjoyable and easy if we approach it the right way. I'm going to share some helpful tips with you. Let me start with a story. When I was young, I didn't know English, and it made me nervous. But then, I started listening to English stories every day. Over time, the words started to make sense, and my fear faded away. Listening is really important. When you listen, you hear new words, learn how to speak them, and understand how to use them. So, make sure to listen to English every day, whether it's stories, songs, or even the news. It helps a lot. Next, let's talk about practice. You've probably heard the saying, practice makes perfect. And it's true. When I was learning English, I practiced speaking every day. Even if I made mistakes, I kept going. Mistakes are part of learning, so don't be afraid to speak English every day. The more you practice, the more you'll get. Another helpful tip is to read. Reading is an excellent way to learn. Start with simple books, especially ones with pictures, because they help you understand the story better. As you read, you pick up new words and learn how to use them in sentences. I remember reading a story about a lost cat. It was a simple story, but I loved it. I learned many new words from it. The more you read, the more your English will improve. So, try to read as much as you can, it's very helpful. Writing is also important. When you write, you practice using the words you know and learn how to put them together. Start small by writing about your day, your family, or anything you enjoy. The more you write, the better you'll get. When I was learning, I had a small notebook, and I wrote in it every day. I wrote about school, my friends, and my dreams. I made lots of mistakes, but I learned from them. Writing helped me feel more confident in my English. Lastly, watching English videos is a fun way to learn. You can watch cartoons, movies, or shows. By watching, you hear how people speak and learn the correct way to say words. I remember watching a funny cartoon about a dog. It made me laugh, but I also learned new words from it. Watching videos helped me understand English better. So, watch as many English videos as you can. They're very helpful. Talking to people is also a great way to improve your English. If you have friends who speak English, talk to them and practice together. If you don't have any, you can find people online. Many people are eager to learn English, just like you, and they can help you practice. I had a friend who spoke English very well, and we talked every day. Sometimes I made mistakes, but my friend corrected me. Talking to her helped me a lot. I learned new words and how to use them. So try to find someone to talk to, it will help you improve. Another important tip is to be patient. Learning a new language takes time and doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself and don't give up, even if it's tough. Every small step counts. I remember feeling frustrated when I couldn't understand something, but I kept going. Over time, I got better. So, always remember to be patient. You'll get there, one step ahead at a time. Now, let's talk about using a dictionary. A dictionary is your best friend when learning a language. It helps you understand new words. When you come across a word you don't know, look it up. Learn its meaning, how to say it, and try to use it in a sentence. I always carried a small dictionary with me. Whenever I heard a new word, I would look it up and practice using it. This helped me learn many new words. So, always have a dictionary nearby, it will be very helpful. Playing games in English is also a fun way to learn. Games are enjoyable and allow you to learn without feeling like you're studying. You can play word games, puzzles, or quizzes. When I was learning, I played a word game with my friends. We had to find as many words as we could. The one who found the most words won. It was a funny way to learn, and I picked up many new words. So, play games in English, it's an enjoyable way to learn the language and improve it. Also, try thinking in English. This may be challenging at first, but it helps a lot. When you think in English, you practice your skills and learn to use the words you know. Over time, you'll get faster in making sentences. I started thinking in English as I learned, and at first it was hard. I had to translate everything in my head. But soon it became easier, and I could think in English without even trying. So try thinking in English, it will help you improve. Setting goals is another useful tip. Goals help you stay focused and give you something to work toward. Start with small goals like learning 5 new words a day or reading 1 page of a book every day. As you reach your goals, you'll feel proud and motivated to keep going. When I was learning, my first goal was to learn 10 new words a week. Then I set a goal to read a book in English. Reaching those goals made me happy and showed me I was improving. So, set goals for yourself, they will help you a lot. It's also important to review what you learn. Reviewing helps you remember things better. Look at your notes, reread old writings, or listen to the same story again. The more you review, the more you'll remember. I used to review my notes every week. I read them over and over, and this helped me remember what I had learned. It also helped me see how much I had improved. So make time to review, it will be really helpful. Another key thing is to stay positive. Learning a new language can be difficult, but if you stay positive, it becomes easier. Believe in yourself, you can do it. When you feel down, remember why you started learning English, and keep your goal in mind. There were times when I wanted to give up, but I stayed positive and told myself I could do it. And I did. Staying positive helped me. So, always stay positive, it will help you reach your goal. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning, and everyone makes them. When you make a mistake, don't feel bad, learn from it. I made a lot of mistakes while learning, but I didn't let them stop me. I learned from each one and kept improving. So don't be afraid of mistakes, they are your best teachers. Lastly, enjoy the journey. Learning English is a fun process filled with new things to discover. Enjoy every step of the way. The more you enjoy it, the easier it becomes. When I was learning, I loved every part of it. I enjoyed learning new words and understanding new stories. Enjoying the journey made it fun and helped me learn faster. So, enjoy the process, it will make learning English much easier. As we continue this journey, remember another tip: surround yourself with English. This means being around English as much as possible. Listen to English music, watch English movies, and read English signs. The more you see and listen to English, the more you will learn. I remember changing the language on my phone to English when I started learning. At first, it was hard to understand everything, but soon I got used to it. Every time I used my phone, I learned something new. So, surround yourself with English, it will help you learn faster. Another helpful tip is repetition. Repeating things is very important when learning a language. When you repeat something, you remember it better. So, don't be afraid to repeat words or sentences. I used to say words out loud every day until they became easy to remember. Repetition helped me a lot and made me more confident. So, repeat everything you learn, it makes a big difference. Sometimes learning can feel boring, but you can make it fun. You can sing songs in English. Singing helps you remember words, and it's a lot of fun. You can also make up little stories with the words you know. This way, learning becomes like a game. I used to sing songs in English every morning. It made me happy and excited to learn more. I also made up funny stories with my new words, which made learning enjoyable. So, find ways to make learning fun, it will keep you motivated. Another tip is to use what you learn right away. When you learn a new word, try to use it in a sentence, either when you're speaking or writing. The more you use it, the better you'll remember it. Once I learned the word beautiful. I used it to describe everything: the sky, the flowers, even my breakfast. Using the word helped me remember it. So, always use what you learn, it will help you remember better. Finally, don't rush. Take your time. Learning English isn't a race. It's better to go slowly or take breaks. The most important thing is to keep going. Even if you learn just 1 word a day, you're still making progress. I remember feeling like I wasn't learning fast enough, but I realized that every small step counts. Every new word was progress. So, don't rush, take your time and enjoy the process. It's also a great idea to keep an English journal. Write about your day, thoughts, or dreams. This practice helps you use English regularly, and it's rewarding to look back and see how much you've improved. When I was learning, my sentences were short, but over time, they became longer and more complex. It's a wonderful way to track progress. Another helpful tip is to ask questions. If something confuses you, don't hesitate to ask. Curiosity is a key part of learning. I used to ask my teachers, friends, or even myself when I didn't understand something. Asking questions helped me clarify doubts and made my learning faster. If you feel tired or bored, take a break. It's normal to feel that way, so step away, relax for a while, and come back with fresh energy. I remember taking breaks when I was tired, doing something fun, and then returning to learning feeling recharged. Also, celebrate your progress. Each time you achieve a goal, whether it's learning a new word or finishing a book, celebrate it. It keeps you motivated. Sometimes, I treat myself to something nice like a piece of cake or a movie. Celebrating made the process enjoyable. Learning with others can also be very helpful. It makes the experience more fun, and you can help each other out. I had a friend who was also learning English. We studied together, practiced speaking, and shared tips. This helped both of us grow in our learning journey. Another tip is to listen to yourself. Whether speaking or reading out loud, listen to how you sound. Recording yourself can help too. It makes it easier to identify mistakes and improve. At first, it felt strange to hear my voice, but it was a great tool for better pronunciation. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at their own pace. Instead of focusing on how fast someone else is progressing, focus on your own growth. There were times I felt I wasn't learning fast enough, but I realized that my progress mattered most. Be creative with your learning. Drawing pictures of words or writing poems and songs can help you remember new vocabulary. It adds a fun and colorful element to the process, making learning more enjoyable. Staying organized is an important key. Keep your notes in one place, set a study schedule, and make lists of words you want to learn. Being organized helps you stay focused and keeps track of your progress. I used to keep a folder with all my notes, and it helped me stay on top of things. Consistency is also important. Even if you study for just a few minutes each day, it adds up. I made a habit of studying every day, even if some days were shorter than others. Consistency helped me improve steadily. Also, be kind to yourself. Learning a language is tough, and there will be days when it feels difficult. On those days, remind yourself that you're doing your best, and don't be too hard on yourself. I had tough days too, but I learned to be gentle with myself, and that kept me going. Using flashcards is another great strategy. They help you remember new words and are easy to carry around. I used flashcards to review words whenever I had a free moment, and they helped me learn a lot. Immersion is another helpful approach. Try to use English as much as possible in your daily life. Think in English, speak in English, and write in English. This will help you become more comfortable with the language. I immerse myself in English by speaking to myself in English and reading in English, which helped me improve. Curiosity is a great motivator. The more curious you are, the more you want to learn. I asked a lot of questions and was always eager to explore new things. It kept me motivated and made learning fun. Review your goals regularly. They might change as you progress, and that's fine. Adjust your goals when needed to keep yourself on track. I reviewed mine every month to see if they were too easy or too difficult. Adjusting them kept me focused on what was important. Using online resources like apps, websites, and videos can be a fun and effective way to learn. These tools offer interactive lessons and quizzes, making learning more engaging. I used these resources a lot to enhance my learning. Learning about English culture also helps. Understanding the culture behind the language gives you a deeper knowledge of how people use words and expressions. I learned about traditions, holidays, and food, which made the language come alive for me. Finally, stay motivated. Find what keeps you excited about learning, whether it's rewards, goals, or support from a friend. I kept myself motivated by treating myself every time I reached a goal. This helped me stay excited about learning. And always remember to be patient with yourself. Learning takes time, and it's okay if you don't understand everything right away. Be patient and trust that you will improve with time. English TV shows are fun to learn because they help you understand how people speak in everyday situations. They also expose you to new words and phrases. When I was learning, I enjoyed watching these shows and listening to how people interacted with each other. It made learning feel natural and exciting. So try watching English TV shows, they're a fun way to practice. Don't be afraid to try new things either. Whether it's listening to English podcasts or writing stories in English, trying different methods can help you grow as a learner. I tried a lot of new things, podcasts, writing stories, and even acting in English. Experimenting made learning more dynamic and enjoyable. Another important tip is to focus on one thing at a time. Sometimes learning can feel overwhelming, but if you break it down, it becomes easier. For example, one day, focus on learning new words and the next day practice speaking. By taking small steps each day, I didn't feel as stressed. Focus on one thing at a time, and learning will feel more manageable. It's also helpful to connect your learning to your own life. For example, if you learn a new word, think about how you can use it in your daily routine. I learned the word sunny and used it to describe the weather where I lived. Connecting what you learn to your life makes the experience more personal and enjoyable. Believe in yourself and be confident in your learning journey. Confidence is crucial. Even when I made mistakes, I trusted that I would improve over time. This confidence kept me motivated and helped me succeed. So, stay confident, you've got this. Remember to enjoy the small wins along the way. Every new word or phrase is a step forward. I found joy in each new word I learned, and these small successes kept me going. Celebrate your progress, it'll motivate you to keep learning. Listening to English radio is another great tip. Even if you don't understand everything at first, it's a good way to get used to the language. The more you listen, the easier it gets. I found that listening to the radio helped me improve my listening skills and pronunciation. Consider thinking of learning as an adventure. Every new word is like a treasure, and every sentence is a new path to explore. This mindset made learning exciting for me. When I looked at learning as an adventure, it became something I looked forward to each day. Apps can also be a helpful tool. Many apps offer interactive lessons, games, and quizzes that make learning fun. I used many apps to learn, and they helped me stay motivated and excited about my progress. Taking breaks is essential too. Learning can be tiring, so when you feel worn out, take a break. Do something you enjoy and come back refreshed. I always took breaks when needed, and it helped me stay focused and energized. Visual aids like pictures, videos, and charts are great tools for learning. They make things easier to understand and remember. I used visuals a lot, and they help me connect words with images, making the learning process more engaging. If you find something difficult, don't be afraid to start over. Going back to basics and reviewing what you already know can strengthen your foundation. There were times I had to do this, and it always helped me understand better. Setting rewards for yourself is another great way to stay motivated. When I reached a learning goal, I treated myself to something special, like a favorite snack or an enjoyable activity. These rewards kept me excited to continue learning. Stay curious throughout your journey. Curiosity drives learning and keeps things interesting. I stayed curious, always wanting to learn more. This curiosity kept me engaged and motivated to keep going. Listening to podcasts is another helpful tip. They're a great way to improve your listening skills and vocabulary. I listen to English podcasts regularly, and they not only helped me learn, but also kept me relaxed. Finally, try to use English in many ways: speak, write, read, and listen. The more you use the language in different contexts, the better you'll get. I practiced English in all kinds of ways, and this variety helped me improve faster. Take notes whenever you learn something new. Writing things down helps you remember them better and gives you something to review later. Notes help me stay organized and retain more information. In conclusion, learning English is like planting a garden. Every new word is a seed, and every sentence you create is like a blooming flower. With patience and dedication, your garden will grow beautifully. Keep watering it with curiosity, enthusiasm, and love. Enjoy every step of the journey and celebrate every little success. What are your favorite tips for learning English? How do you stay motivated? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's inspire each other and grow together in this incredible journey of learning English. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining.